I've been in here for 5 minutes and it's not even at its max temp and I'm sweating. This thing, it works. What's up guys, Dave Moss Jr. here, and in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the most anticipated at-home sauna that I've seen in a few years. This is the first ever portable hot air sauna, and it's called the Sauna Pod, built by the Pod company, and it was built with intention. And in today's video, we're gonna go over everything you need to know about this sauna to determine if it's something you should consider for yourself or not. Let's jump in. And hey, after today's video, if you decide you want to get one of these for yourself, go ahead and check out the link in the description below because it will give you a special discount. The first thing we're going to talk about is the specs. Let's go ahead and measure this thing. So I know the specs are listed online, but I love measuring things for myself because we're looking at 39 inches wide. It is a perfect circle, so it's 39 inches all the way around. There's nothing outside. You don't have any steam boxes or any additional heaters or anything on the outside of the sauna to have to worry about, which is a really cool upgrade from some of the other portable saunas you may have seen. As far as the height goes, we're looking at 67 inches. A few things I realized as I was building this thing is one, the entire frame is made out of actual steel. It's really, really strong. It snaps together really easily, and it only took a couple minutes to get the entire frame built. The outside of the sauna is made out of an organic cotton that is wax coated, so you can have this inside or you can have this outside, which is again another massive upgrade from some of the other portable saunas on the market. The price is currently listed at $999, but I will have a link with a discount code down in the description below, and there is some introductory pricing that you might be able to get if you act pretty fast. Here's a few other statistics that I think is really important for us to understand. This sauna uses hot air, and it's designed to reach temperatures of 185 degrees Fahrenheit in 20 minutes. It does use a patent-pending compact heater that's a 1500 watt heater, and that has a simple interface that's extremely easy for anybody to use. That also has an automatic shut-off after 60 minutes, so if you want to do any sessions longer than 60 minutes, make sure that you hit the arrow buttons up so that you can add some time to it. This sauna is water and UV resistant, so it can be used inside or outside. The entire setup only weighs 31 pounds, so it's a very fun setup to take with you on trips. And to do that, it comes with a collapsible chair and a carrying case to take the entire sauna with you. The only potential downside is it's built for one person to use at a time. So if you have a large family that wants to use the sauna at the same time, this might not be the best option for you. But the good news is it's suitable for people up to 6'7" is what it says online. But because there's a chair inside, if you're a little bit taller than that, I don't see any reason why you can't enjoy it either. As far as the electrical information goes, because this is an electric heater, it is a 1500 watt heater, but all parts are UL listed and they are CE and ETL certified. And as far as the voltage needed, it's just a simple 120 volt pulling between 50 and 60 hertz. The fabric is FSC certified and it does come with a 1-year warranty. Let's talk about the actual setup. Setting this entire thing up should only take a few minutes. The steel bars inside are the frame and they snap together, and the reason they use steel is because this can be used inside and outside, which is great. Using the steel they used is going to prevent corrosion, because when putting this thing together, it really only took a couple minutes. However, when you get to this outside shell, which is a natural cotton that has a wax coating on the inside and out, it is a little bit tight, so it is gonna take a little bit of force to get it over. Probably the first couple times you put this together and take it apart. I'm sure over time there might be a little bit of stretching, and that should make it even easier to put this cover on and take this cover off. But the zipper unzips all the way around, almost an entire half of the sauna. Actually, it is half the sauna. So it does make taking this over the lips really, really easy. Putting it back on, really, really easy as well. The hardest part for me was zipping this thing up for the very first time. But once I got it zipped up, I realized that the zippers have gotten just a lot easier. So keep that in mind when it's your first time putting this together. You also have this viewing window from the outside, which is really nice. There's a zipper that unzips half of this. So if you're inside the sauna and you're doing a session and need a little bit of that fresh air to circulate through, you can simply unzip that, open it up, let some fresh air circulate through, zip it back up, heat it back up really fast. But that's what you could use that for. But you don't necessarily have to worry about that because there is a ventilation at the bottom that should go right under the actual heater. So the heater's pulling in fresh air, and that's what it's heating up. It's not constantly heating up the same air, it's pulling in some fresh air, which gives it that traditional Finnish experience. Now let's talk a little bit more about the heater itself, because this is the actual heater. It has a very simple interface on the front. All you'll see when you plug this in is the temperature on the left-hand side and the timer on the right-hand side. It's gonna automatically set you at about 150 degrees. All you have to do is hit the temperature arrow up to 185 if you want to max it out, or anything underneath that. And then the timer will start at 60 minutes or an hour, and you can adjust that as well. There will be a power button that you can press on, press off, and that will turn the heater on and off. When you have this plugged in, if you have the red light feature plugged in on the side here, as soon as this plugs in, the red lights will also power on, because power will be circulating through the actual heater. So keep that in mind, that in order to completely disconnect power, you are gonna want to unplug the plug from the back of the sauna from its power supply. I've mentioned it before, but this is a 1500 watt heater, which is extremely powerful. And if you've ever seen any of my DIY sauna videos in the past, that's exactly what I used as well. So I have experience with 1500 watt heaters. These are very powerful, and they can heat up a small space very, very quickly. However, I've never seen it done with a hot air heater like this, but I will say this was designed specifically for sauna use, and there are a lot of other brands out there, I don't want to say any names, that are also trying to follow the trend and use hot air. The problem is they're just using traditional ceramic heaters, which aren't necessarily safe for a small, closed sauna environment. I don't want to say any names. You do your own research and make the best decision for yourself. But this, I can tell you, was designed for sauna use specifically. There's actually a bracket that goes on the backhand side here. If you're seeing me hold this, this is an extra one I had them send me so I could do some demos, because the sauna is on. I do have my heater on, it's plugged in, and it's heating up right now, because at the end of this, I want to test it and do a 10-minute session in there and just see what kind of calories I can burn and see if it really does match up to my $10,000 plus saunas that I have, that I've also reviewed. But back to this heater. On the back side here, there will be a bracket that mounts right to the back, and this actually mounts to one of the frame poles, the pole that's directly over the vent. So under here is the fan that sucks air in. So you're gonna have the vent here sucking fresh air in, heating it up, pushing hot air to the ceiling. And that creates, because it's a circle and it's a small space, it will create circulation of airflow in there, which will feel really nice and which will provide you, the user, a really nice sauna experience. The goal with designing this, from what I've researched, is they wanted to give you that traditional Finnish sauna experience without having to spend thousands of dollars. So the fact that you will be able to sweat in a very small space with a minimal investment is pretty awesome. I'm personally pretty proud of the Pod company, because my main goal is to help give you all the information you need to make the best decision for yourself and live a better, more optimized life. So we've talked about the specs, we've talked about the outside and the materials. I wanna talk about cleaning this thing, because that's one of the things I realized after just a little bit of use in those portable steam room saunas, is cleaning those things takes a little bit of work. And the material that they use in those isn't necessarily the safest at high temperatures. So I'm really proud that they decided to use a natural organic black cotton with a wax coating. I keep saying that, I hope you understand. The wax coating on the outside is just to prevent water from seeping through, but also on the inside, it makes cleaning it very, very easy. Now the chair is portable. You can take it out, you can go hose it down with a hose if you want to, that's great. But the inside is also this same material with the wax finish. And what that gives it is a nice little fire protectant inside, which you shouldn't have that risk, but it is something to just keep in mind. We're using electronics in an enclosed space and heat. And we're the ones using it, so there could be some user error. We just have to keep that in mind. Safety is always important. But another reason that I'm excited they used the same material with that wax coating is it should make cleaning it up inside super simple. Just take a little damp cloth, wipe the walls down if you get sweat on the walls, which you're gonna see after my demo here. I don't think you're gonna have to clean up the inside walls that often, but you will wanna clean the seat and you will wanna clean the floor. The floor is a PVC floor. It's not made out of the same material, it's a PVC floor, which makes cleaning it super easy. You can put a towel down if you're gonna be in there for a while and you're gonna sweat a lot. That might be the best way to keep this thing sanitary, but they use a PVC floor, very simple to clean. My recommendation would be to grab a little bit of 3% hydrogen peroxide with some water, spray it on a rag, and wipe it down every week, after every 5 uses, whatever feels best for you. But the point of this is you're not dealing with any water, any steam, or anything like that, so it should be very, very clean for a very long time. The only thing I would definitely clean, probably a little more often, is gonna be the folding chair, which that's really, really easy to clean. All right, we've talked about all the specifics we need to know. Now let's talk about if it actually works. So I'm gonna do a full 10-minute session in this thing. Grabbing my towel, just gonna throw it on top here. Grabbing my water with hydration. This is ProMix hydration. I'm a big fan of a lot of different supplements, which I have links down in the description below to a lot of my favorite brands. Feel free to check those out. ProMix, however, has a really incredible detox flush, which I love to use. You have to kind of search the website to try to find it for some reason, but I just ordered 6 bottles of it because me and my wife love it. We love using it prior to using our sauna. We only do it like 3 times a week. We don't do it every night, but it uses niacin and a few other really cool compounds to help your body flush out toxins from your liver. And then when you sweat, you detox it out. So it really just helps with the detoxification process. This video is not sponsored by ProMix at all, but it's a supplement that I personally use and I felt like sharing with you. So I'm gonna bring that with me inside. I'm gonna grab a book. Books don't always last very long in the sauna, but there is a nice little pouch in here for your cell phone, for your book. It's right underneath the window, which is nice, so you can let some fresh air in if you plan on being in here and you don't really care about trapping all the hottest air in there. The chair also has a nice little pocket on the side if you want to keep anything in there. But for me, I always like to just keep everything on the floor because that's where the heat is the lowest. And then I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or Strava or anything like that, but if you want to, I use my Garmin Fenix 7. This thing lasts in the coldest of cold plunges and the hottest of saunas. It's the only watch I haven't killed yet, and I've killed a lot of them. So I always set it to yoga because Garmin doesn't have a cold plunge or sauna setting yet. Come on, Garmin, get with it. And we're gonna hit go. Oh, shnikes. All right, it's 150 degrees right now. There's 10 minutes. Keep that thing on. I might go a little bit longer, but for the video's sake, that's 10 minutes. Wow, that was a pretty good sweat. For 10 minutes inside in my house. So here's a few things to consider. This doesn't have a thermometer, so I can't see the fluctuation of the temperature. I have it set to 185 degrees. I don't think it was 185 degrees while I was in there for that session, but it was hot enough to get me breaking a sweat from head to toe. If I had to guess, it was probably 150 to 160 degrees. But also keep in mind, I'm pretty heat acclimated. I use the sauna every single night at really, really high temperatures, and I do typically pour water over rocks, creating steam, which is an intense heat at high temperatures. I do not recommend people do that. But that leads me to a point that I want to point out. So if I was somebody who was starting to understand the benefits of sauna therapy and I wanted to get into sauna therapy, there's a big disconnect between using a sauna at your local gym where you have a bunch of strangers and it's not very sanitary and you can't pour water on the rocks, so all the sign says. Using your membership and doing that, it's a great way to get started, but it feels different doing that than it does using a sauna at your own house, under your own circumstances, at your own times, and you can keep it sanitary. But that's a whole different story compared to spending $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a permanent sauna solution for your house, like the big cedar barrel saunas and stuff. Though I highly recommend them, that's a massive investment. Not only in the sauna itself, you have to run electricity, and that's thousands of dollars a lot of people don't account for when they purchase a sauna. Having a licensed electrician come out, run the right power, then using that power when you do want to use your sauna. There's a whole different level of responsibility and investment when it comes to that. So let's take both of those out of the equation, but I was still somebody who wanted to experience the benefits of sauna therapy in the comfort of my own home without investing thousands of dollars on a permanent solution. I would definitely recommend you check out the Sauna Pod. And this is new. So prior to this, I did review steam room style saunas that use a steam generator to create the heat. And that's an intense heat, and it's a whole different ball game. If I had to choose between both of those, knowing what I know about this, I would choose this option. But you gotta remember, you can't pour water on the heater in here. You will not be able to create humidity using any type of water on the heater. But that's okay, because I can tell you, I have this set up in my house. The AC in my house is currently set at 70 degrees, and I just broke a great sweat in a 10-minute session. So to me, that's what's most important. Can I break a sweat in a short amount of time? The answer to that was yes. I actually started breaking a sweat at minute 2. And I think I am gonna jump back in here and finish a little bit of a longer session because it is hot. I am in the middle of a chapter in my book, and it's really that comfortable. The chair was very comfortable. You can lean back into them. My knees weren't sticking into the walls. This was a very comfortable experience that I could definitely say I would consider. But that's my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if there's anything about this that I didn't go over, or any questions that you might have that are lingering that I didn't really go over in the video. Ask them down in the comments below. If this video was helpful, make sure you like the video so that YouTube can show this video to more people. And if you have any friends considering getting a sauna, make sure you share this video with them. Whether they have a YouTube account or not, they can still watch this video. And hey, at the end of the day, if you do decide you want to purchase one, use the link down in the description below. If you use this link, it gives you an exclusive discount you can't get anywhere else. There's no discount code to share, so you have to use the link. But guess what? You can share that link too if you want. And hey, I appreciate you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, my friends, and God bless. But hey, before you go, check out one of these 2 videos next, and I think you'll enjoy them. Just click on one of them, because if you don't, YouTube's gonna take you to some random page with some random content you probably don't wanna see. So click one of these. Thanks, guys.